think we're going straight into the game. I will explain you the the lobby menu and everything a bit later. We have about 40 seconds left until the end of this match. So basically Survarium is a free-to-play MMOFPS game. It's purely online game, and right now we have the team-based PvP mode that we're working on. We have 2 other modes on our plan list, but those will be developed starting from next year. So for the moment we have 2 teams fighting on dedicated maps, and it's a time-limited session. So within that time, the 2 teams are to look out for special unique items, which right now look like boxes, and these boxes are needed. Oh, sorry, it was the end of the match, but right now we don't have the special message that this match is over, so I will have to restart. So you will need to deliver those boxes to your base in order to put together a special device which will protect you against storm. And storm is a massive kind of wave of deadly energy that comes through the level and kills everyone. So you have to get your team protected against that danger by the end of the match. I'll get back to it later after we explain the basic menu. So this is the lobby, and it's effectively the first screen that the player will see after loading the game. So in here we have our character. We can rotate around him. We can check into his inventory. Here I already have a bunch of various items, weapons, etc. You can filter those by hitting special bookmarks. We have 2 in-game factions. These are story kind of related factions that give you tasks, and they give you access to their own unique equipment and weapons. So each of the factions provides you with something different. And we're going to encourage the player to actually collect the items of one particular faction. So if he does that, he will receive some extra bonus for following a certain faction. But you are free to choose and combine whichever item and piece of weaponry you want. So basically it works like this. You can add helmets. For the moment it works only through this menu, but we are going to integrate it like the direct pull onto the character, and it will change as well. So as opposed to many games, you don't... Sorry, what happens? You're not only actually changing the whole skin for your character, but you can combine different items. It's up to you, and every of those items has certain characteristics. Obviously they have protection characteristics. They also protect you against anomalies, and it's up to the player to choose whichever one to use.
At this point, how many items do you have available?
I didn't count them, but I think it's about 50 or 60 of them is available. It's just, and there are many weapons as well, like 30 to 40 pieces of weaponry that we want to start with in the game, and you also can customize those weapons with all sorts of attachments, etc. So it's very much detailed in that way, and it's pretty hardcore too. You also have weight limit affecting you, so before the battle you choose how much of the stuff you take into your battle, and it's regulated by this weight limit. For some of the items you have extra pockets which will allow you to take medikits, so which will allow you to take artifacts with you. We also have traps that you can install on the map, and this will have your opponents break their legs, etc. So we have all sorts of gimmicks and devices. Okay, so once you're ready for the battle, there's also a shop window where you buy this stuff from the factions. For the moment it works like this. We're still playing with the menu, so it's not the final version of it. So once we're ready for the battle, we hit on play button and we wait for other players to join the match session. Right now we are doing the closed alpha test with some limited number of Russian-speaking players. We plan on the international test to begin sometime soon. We're still fixing some technical bugs. So the maps that we will see here, they are designed to host up to 20 players. So we have two teams of 10 players versus 10 players. However, for the moment and for the purposes of the test, we just have 3 versus 3 right now. So maps might seem a little bit too spacious, and it's sometimes hard to find an opponent for like a very dynamic battle, but this will improve as we add more players into the session later on.
How huge the maps are?
They are not that big. That we have maps from 100 meters per 100 meters to 300 meters per 300 meters physically. But you will have an impression of that as we check them online already. So for the PvP mode, the maps will be roughly of that size. However, for some other modes like free play, which we plan later on, we want to have maps which will be much bigger, like 2 or 3 times bigger maps. And in free play mode, you will play as like lone wolf, so very close to the stalker kind of experience, single play experience, where you have lots of things on the map, and you go discovering kind of hidden stashes, and you have just one life, and you're trying to survive, and you have 30 other players on the map who you can ally with, who can cheat on you, who can be mean, etc. So it's like a real like survival experience that we want to achieve with that. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's still to be developed starting from next year sometimes, because for the moment we want to do it step by step. So once we are finished with PvP, we go to something next. And in Russia, we want to launch the game with PvP as open beta, just as a test, and see how it works. For other territories, I think we will wait until we have done some other modes, and then we would launch. So. Okay, we're waiting for one more player to join.
I can see on the screen on the top corner, you have 2 different types of coins, gold and silver.
Yes, that's the idea. So you have like premium money, yep, and you have basic in-game money. So most of the stuff will be available with the basic in-game money. We specifically do not want the players to pay for like getting the winning items. Yep. We want them to pay for the extra comfort of play, but they are free to choose and not to pay at all if they want. So we're after a very kind of mild sort of monetization. We'll offer some unique items as well, visually unique items, but they will not affect the game balance.
So there is no real advantage from the guys who can pay?
No, just visual stuff, like new kind of items which will be visually different from non-paying guys, but and like premium account, which will allow you to earn experience faster, to get more cash within a shorter time. So if we have like a student who cannot pay and he doesn't want to, but he can spend a lot of time playing, he can achieve the same results as the guy who is paying but spending just an hour or 2 a day just playing on premium accounts. So I don't know why we're still having some lags, but this is one of the locations. Sorry. No, like I said, it still can be buggy, but we'll load straight into the game. We'll have to restart it. Sorry.
Don't worry, something to be expected.
Especially at presentations, yeah. Especially when it's on the camera.
So tell us about it.
So yeah, we are trying to model the locations after the real world references, and the one we are loading is based on the Chernobyl. It's a school, kind of old Soviet school location. We also have some other location based on a Russian kind of military base with a huge radar. And then we have a chemical production, which is also like a Ukrainian kind of based chemical production. Sorry, stop doing it. I will respawn in 5 seconds just on the base.
That's not fair. You don't respawn.
Yes. Okay, so I appear on the base, and here on the base I will. So the point of the PvP mode is not only about shooting and fragging other team, but also you go out looking out for those special items that you need to put together that device. So and you need 10 of them to be delivered to your base. So the first team which delivers the 10 items to the base will win the match. And ultimately, so after the match is over, the team will get the rewards. So the better and the more efficient you are in doing those tasks, the better is the reward, obviously. Well, as you can see in the bottom of the screen here, we have the character doll appeared. So we integrated a sophisticated, well, damage model, which I'm too slow, sorry, which actually differentiates between different body parts. So you can, if you get your arms injured, you can barely shoot. If one of the arms is injured, you have really big scatter of fire. If two arms injured, you cannot shoot. If you get your legs wounded, you cannot walk. So you need to apply bandages. Actually, through the game, you develop medical skills. So with that, you are more efficient in terms of recovering in damage. You can also help your teammates recover faster. I will show you a whole like skill tree where you get some special abilities as you progress in your character development. We still don't have here the close combat mechanism, but it's planned for the game, so you can use knife and silent kills, and you will be getting special kind of achievements and rewards by doing these special tricks.
How do you find this stuff you're looking for the device?
They are randomly scattered around the map.
So they don't show up on the map or something?
No. You just you have to look out for them and find them. I think there's about 30 different places on the map where they can spawn, but it's always different. And
randomly?
Randomly, yes. I'm at a dead end here. Does anybody want like a hands-on experience? You want to try it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
We are no better.
Okay.
What's that?
This is one of the anomalous fields. You see the guy carrying that stuff? So this is my teammate, and as he carries that box to the base, he is pretty vulnerable because he cannot shoot. So it's a little tactical element, so we want the players to protect their teammates as they carry that stuff to the base. And also the trick is that enemy can also steal this stuff from your base. So you need to watch out for them not to do it. Come on, let's go. So
He's scared. Yeah, there you go.
he knows why, because there was a sniper out there. Oh gosh.
He knew better.
So the anomalies, what are
Yeah, so the anomalies, they're basically like the deadly energy fields. So you need to develop the skills to get yourself protected against them, and some of the like equipment, some of the outfit protects you better against anomalies than other equipment. So you need to kind of decide what kind of specialty you want to develop in your character. And inside the anomalies you can actually get artifacts, and these are special like boosters, which can be like temporary, which can be passive. But
when you say inside, it's like you get into them and there is like an instance,
yeah,
like another map.
yes, yes, exactly. Actually, one of the things that my character has on his back right now is the oxygen tanks. So some of the anomalies like poison field, you can protect yourself with just putting the oxygen mask and get into the anomaly safely. And then you will need detectors to help you find this artifact inside the anomaly. So it's kind of hidden and invisible.
And can you share those kind of things with your teammates?
You can definitely help your teammates with the artifacts. I think you can also drop them. Unfortunately, the artifacts are not here yet. We still need to activate them in the game. I mean, it's still something we need to integrate. But we already have a whole list of those.
When do you expect to launch the game in open beta?
We want to launch it at least for the Russian market. We want to launch it by the end of this year. It's still all up in the air. It depends on how well we're going to progress in the game. But yeah, the plan is like that. Oh gosh. Automatic guns really own. So we can try quit that match and try loading up maybe some other map just to see how it works.
How many gameplay modes do you expect to have?
Three.
Three gameplay modes.
We also want to integrate the cooperative mode where you have missions, story-based missions that you can play with your friends. This is
Again, PvE?
Yes, this is going to be the PvE. So we expect to have computer-controlled like monsters and other characters like mutants. So this will come with PvE, and also the free-play mode, where you play like lone wolf trying to survive. So this kind of thing. It dropped me back again to the same map, but it's just 40 seconds left until the match is over. So I'll get back to the lobby and show you some other stuff that's available.
Do you have weather conditions, different maps with night cycles and day? Yeah.
Yes, actually we have this storm effect, and the idea is that closer to the end of the match, the storm happens on the level, and it changes the whole disposition in the situation in the game. So, for example, it can change day to the night. It can change. It can make, if it's electric blast of energy, it can actually make all your electronic equipment stop working. So, for example, you won't be able. Oh, okay, the match is over. So you won't be able to see your allies on the minimap. You won't have your detectors work. So that's going to be like an X factor, which will change the situation. But yeah, we already have some weather conditions like rain and sunshine, etc. on the map. It changes and it's loading up randomly. So this is your skill tree, and you can develop your character in a number of ways. Right now I have level 30. It's very much sped up for the purposes of the test right now. So it's going to be much harder for players to reach such a level when the game launches. So basically you can develop firearms training, you can do physical training, you can do different devices, how good you deal with devices, also medical skills and knowledge of anomalies, knowledge of artifacts, the efficiency. So every 5th level you have a choice of a perk. Actually, you can choose one of the 2 perks at a stage. So perks would be the special like skill which will give you either constant or temporary boost in the game. So it can increase your like stamina, or can make the scatter of fire less. You can, well, it's plenty of those.
Do you have a system to balance the game? For example, a starting player could join a game and he have to fight the level 13.
Oh yeah, this matchmaking system. Yeah, well, system. Yes, we integrate in that, of course. So yeah, we want the players to feel like to play against equal guys, so they don't have, you know, don't feel unprivileged to somehow. So yeah. Well, we have some sophisticated.
Is 30 the highest level?
What's the highest level?
Yeah.
Right now it's level 100, but it will be real hard to reach that when the game launches. Let me try get some show you some traps of how this works in the game. Just 1 second.
How much time of gameplay do you think you need to reach the highest level?
I don't know yet, but maybe like a year.
A year. Yeah, something.
Nobody plays it for a year, you know. But yeah, our idea is to constantly continue with a story mission, new story kind of twists. We also want to, the community actually, to influence the story development. There will be different, like probably like every month we'll have new season in terms of this storyline, and we will see how the players actually do the missions and what choices they make. So if, for instance, they decide, the majority decides to kill an important story-related kind of character or destroy some important object, we will continue the story in that way, in that direction, where there is no more of that kind of element of the story. So it's like we want really this interaction with the community to have place. Okay, I have some pockets. So this jacket actually provided me with the opportunity to have some extra pockets. So as the equipment is going to be more sophisticated, it will provide you with more abilities. So this is a trap. Unfortunately, it's too heavy, but I could potentially limit myself. No, I'll have to go without any bullets at all. So.
Do you have esports competition in mind?
We have plans to do that. As you see here on the menu, we have one screen showing like it's a tournament screen. So we'll be able to add tournaments. We also plan to have clan wars. So players will be establishing clans, and we will have a special mode where clans will be fighting on a global map to control certain territories. And if they do, they will receive bonuses as a clan. Also the statistics screen, so players will be able to track their rankings, etc. So it's always a good incentive for players to keep playing, to keep, you know, competing with each other. Also the story mode, so you will be able to choose, you know, different missions to accomplish, etc., etc. Let's try just to load up some other location just for the sake of having a quick impression of that. The locations get randomly chosen, randomly loaded, so you never know which one.
What's the engine? What engine runs?
It's a new technology that we are building in-house. We call it, well, Vostok engine. And basically it's a DirectX 11 graphics technology supporting multi-thread, multi-core processing, etc. And it's very much adapting to the resources you have on the computer. So it is capable of loading pretty much any system, because it's all We're making sure it's all up to date in terms of the technology, etc. So very kind of top level everything, including graphics, etc. But we're also trying to ensure that it will run on kind of lower end specs as well. But you will need a minimum of probably 8800 GeForce video card to support it. So this is a different location this time. It's a chemical production modeled after a Ukrainian kind of chemical plant. It's much bigger probably than the previous one. Plenty of space for like sniping. For sniping, you will be able to develop the special skill of like holding your breath. So it allows you to reduce the scatter of fire to be more accurate when you do sniping. Oops. Wow, two of them. I was hopeless. Sorry. So
Can you see the entire map? Do you have a key to see the map?
Not at the moment, I'm afraid. No. Actually, for the tournaments, we also plan like a spectator mode where you will have the ability to overview. Yes.
Hey.
Someone else just hit me from the back. Like I said, it's good for sniping this location.
Do you have hitboxes? If you hit a guy in the head,
yes.
died before?
He died before?
Sooner, sorry.
Yes, of course. Headshots. Yeah. Headshots do like straight away. So yeah, we differentiate between different damage and it affects your different body parts. So headshots give you most of the damage. Of course, you can get yourself better protected by wearing more sophisticated equipment. Yeah. Actually, shit. I was fast. Someone else is after me. I was just wanted to show you one type of an anomaly that we have here. Must be somewhere over there. Just trying to escape. Stop shooting me. It was him? Okay, well, bastard.
Oh, there it is.
So the story behind the location is that this used to be a chemical production which developed a herbicide. So we're fighting against this heavily mutating kind of nature and the greenery and the wild spores that poison you. So the herbicide was produced here, but unfortunately it didn't work out, and we have this anomaly. So as you enter it, it starts kind of poisoning you. But since I have this gas tank on my back, I can use the gas mask. Right now it just works by hitting a key. And you can
stay longer.
Yes, you can stay there for 60 seconds and enter the anomaly, and inside there, using a detector, you can find an artifact. Okay, so that's the special kind of skill you will develop with artifact kind of knowledge. Well, roughly, I think that's it. It's just as you see, we're still are at an early stage, need to integrate quite a lot of mechanics into the game, but I think within the next couple of months you will see a lot of that in progress, and we are planning to do like a closed beta, and by that time I think we'll be able to share a more advanced version with you to have a more in-depth, preview and hands-on. So
well, so far, the visuals and all that is looking good, and the gameplay looks smooth as well.
there will be a lot more details coming in here, I'm sure. So we really counting on getting you surprised by the time we integrate everything that we were planning for it. So it makes sense to keep in touch. I was just trying to look for those boxes.
Yeah, to see at least one of them.
Yeah, the level is. This one is quite big, so you need to have good luck to find what you need.